Hello, I wanted to talk today about why teaching is not a real job and why you never want to become a teacher in your life. Take this from someone who has actually written books, as you can see on my YouTube channel. The reason why your English teacher is teaching English is because they have no work ethic. Ask yourself, has your English teacher or music teacher ever written any scores or produced anything? No. That's why they're teaching. Your teachers, this is to the youth of America, are some of the most entitled idiots I've ever met. How do I know that? If you don't believe me statistically that teachers aren't very bright, look up the statistics I'm going to put below in the link. You have to understand this thing about teachers. They're pontificators. They've never had a real job in their entire lives. Academia is not a real job. As much as these people want to say it is, it's not a real job. Teaching is not a real job. The reason why your teachers are teaching is because they're talentless, lazy fucks who've never had a real job in their fucking lives. How do I know? You go get a PhD in something like in the liberal arts, which there's a lot of videos that talk about the invasion of fake academia because a lot of liberal arts is just bullshit. How do I know? On my channel, you can see that I posted over 20 languages that I learned. And you know how much it cost me to learn those languages? $0. $0. When I was in high school, they exempted me from French because they told me I would never be able to learn French. Fast forward maybe 10 years, now I have a YouTube channel with over 20 languages that I've learned to read and write and everything. So, was it me that was an idiot? I don't think so. Because this is what I realized when I grew older, that the public education system in America is a complete joke. I realized that it's not me who's stupid. The teachers are inept. They have an ego. They're entitled. They want to be paid more for doing absolutely nothing. The reason why your teachers are teachers is because they never had a real job. They never intended to work in the first place. Trust me, teaching is an easy gig. You want to see hard, go into engineering. Because in college, the way I see it is most liberal arts majors didn't want to work in the first place. In the real world, if you get a PhD in political science, this is not an over exaggeration. Unless you're going to go into academia, that degree in English, history, or it's the same market value as a high school diploma. You're never gonna get a job with that, and you're gonna piss away $100,000 and your youth. That's why I want to make this about the kids, the youth of America. It's not about the teachers. It's about the youth of America. You have to understand the value of a dollar. I know that majoring in classics in university and liberal arts is a waste of time. The majority of the languages that I learned on my channel, that I put on my channel, I learned for free in the library. You have to understand that teachers are pontificators. They're not doers. You want to see a doer? Look at my channel. I've written several books. I flew planes. I posted several videos of languages I speak. I'm studying to be a computer engineer. That is a person who wants to work. A respectable woman would say, I want to be a pilot or an engineer, not a teacher. Teachers never intended to work in the first place. Why? How do I know? Your teacher is sitting there pontificating about how to write a book when they've never written a fucking book in their lives. Your English teacher who are pontificating and teach you how to write a book that they've never written in their fucking lives are the Brian Griffins of the world. Yeah, they'll write it, but they'll never get around to it. You know those coffee shop people who don't fucking work? That's who they are. They've never had a real job. They never intended to work in the real place. And most of these jobs in education are mostly for people who are not very bright. Because if someone was very bright, they would have went into engineering. I'm trying to explain this because this is what the left is trying to do. The left created this fake academia, these stupid liberal arts, so they can keep kids in university for so long that they never become an adult. Like Peter Pan, they stay like children. Your teacher, the truth is, your teacher in the real world with their degree wouldn't get a real job. That's why they had to go into academia. And for people who are in high school, you have to realize that your teachers, if they're calling you stupid, you're going to get further than them in life, anyways. Because it's easy to get farther in life than someone who just didn't want to work in the first place. Your teacher's a lazy fuck who never intended to work in the first place. And on top of that, they're entitled, incompetent, and they have an ego. So next time your teacher tells you shit, tell them you don't have a real fucking job. Get a real fucking job. You lazy, entitled buffoon.